Aloha, all you Hawaii moneymakers out there. Let's talk about goals. What's your goal setting in 2023? And let's talk about how to achieve those goals. Sometimes I think a little differently on this matter. So let's get in, let's dive into it today. So let's go. Just before we get started, I'd love it if you guys could subscribe below, and that way we can reach more people and just help people make their money work for them in any different way we can. Thank you guys, and let's get started in today's content. So as we know, it's end of the year. Everyone always dives into goal setting. And why is goal setting so important? Honestly, you shouldn't be just doing it at the end of the year. If you're doing it just at the end of the year, you're too late. You need to be doing it throughout the whole year. And we plan to sit down with my wife. I'll sit down together, and I'll sit down by myself as well. And I'll goal set for the year ahead. And these will be the larger, more bigger goals. But I actually do a goal setting daily. So I have a journal I write in every day, and I actually do goal setting every day. But goal setting is not the big part of it all. It's the plan of action of how to achieve it. So yes, you should write down your goals, do some long-term goals, short-term goals, and maybe daily goals even, and plan it all out. But the biggest thing is what is your, my friend Brandon likes to say, what is your minimal next step to take to achieving these goals? So what kind of process is it going to take to achieving these goals? So first things first, get a set of paper out, pen and paper, type it out, whatever. Just the act of typing and writing it out is a huge thing for your brain to focus, a huge thing to see it on paper, and a huge thing to, just realize it and see it into action. But again, so once you write it all out and write those goals, you could even write down 10 huge goals and then circle the 3 big ones and focus on those major goals. And then writing down what is the next step to getting those goals, what I need to accomplish today, what I need to accomplish in a week to get to those goals. You're basically writing, you're working backwards. So your goal is this big outcome you want to see. I want to make $1 million. Okay, great. How am I going to make $1 million? To make $1 million, you got to make $84,000 a month. It's actually $83.333 thousand a month. Okay, great. So I got to make $84,000 a month. Okay, that's a lot. If I got to make $84,000 a month, I think it's $22,000 a week, and it comes down to about $4,000 a day. So how am I going to make $4,000 a day? What is it going to take to make $4,000 a day or $20,000 a week? What is that going to take? And then think about your income producing items to get to those goals. What kind of things, I have a company, we do wholesaling, for example. So for me to get $20,000 a week, how much sales do I need to get there? How many times do I have to sell something to make that much money? So the cool thing about backing this all down, you're being analytical, you're using logic to figure out how to achieve these goals. And it's not just words on paper now. Now it becomes something. Now it becomes actionable items. Now it becomes the process of doing it, of getting it done. So now you're writing down not just I don't want to say stupid goals, but not just the goal. You're writing down the process to get to those goals, and you're writing down the step by step. There's a great book I'm reading right now, and it's an amazing book. It's called, I can't think of the name. It's in the end. What is it? It's Start at the End. So Starting at the End is a great book, and you should read it. It's kind of basically talking about, it's not talking about goal setting, but it's talking about working backwards, basically. Start at the achieve outcome that you want to do and work backwards. It shouldn't be just write, I want this. Okay, great. How do we get there? So let's work backwards to achieve those goals. Start thinking about what is the bigger next step, what is the smaller next step, what is the next step to that. And then you're using it on a number basis, or say if it's a goal to lose weight. Okay, great. I want to lose 20 pounds. Okay, now let's action item that. Okay, I want to lose 20 pounds by when? Another big thing in goals is to really define your goals. When do you want to have this completed, and how fast, how long, or how much basically when do you want to have this completed? Okay, I want to lose 20 pounds by, mid, 6 months. Okay, great. How much could I possibly lose a month? What is doable? How much could I lose a month? probably can lose 5 pounds a month. Okay, great. So we'll lose 5 pounds every month. So we have a goal of losing 5 pounds a month. Okay, how are we going to do that? We're going to start working out. Okay, or we're going to join a gym. So now you're just really taking action. How many times a week do I need to work out to lose 5 pounds a month? If I'm not working out at all right now, 0, could I work out 3 times a week to lose 5 pounds? Probably. That sounds about right to me. I'm not a gym expert, by the way. Or if I don't like the gym, could I just change my diet to losing 5 pounds a month now to achieve this goal of 20 pounds? So you're really just taking that time and figuring out the steps to achieve this goal. So take the time to write down your goals, but big thing, figure out what are the steps to achieving these goals. And then also following up with it. A goal is not an overnight thing. A goal is not going to happen. So the next process of it is to track it. We do it in business. It's called your KPIs, your key performance indicators. You're going to track your matrix of achieving the 5 pounds per month. How many, weigh yourself at the end of the week, for example. How much, do I weigh now? Am I getting closer or farther away from my goal? Do I need to, push harder, work hard, or am I on the right track? So you're just tracking it, and really you're just holding yourself accountable to taking this action that we're talking about. And that's what the important part of Matrix is. Not really, yes, you want to see the numbers, you want to see the data, but it's just holding yourself accountable. It means that you're doing it. It means that I got a scale coming up on Friday. I'm going to have to jump on. I have to make sure I go to gym to meet that, meet the scale goal of 5 pounds, whatever it may be. So it's really great to use habit tracking, to use schedule tracking. Google Sheets is great to track these kind of things. So, a Google Calendar to track your schedule and so forth. Another great process is to sit down with your wife and with your family and talk about what your goals together. And it just brings you eye to eye. Where do you both want to be? What do you both want to do, in the coming future? So it just brings you both together on the same page. And it could be just a simple conversation if it's not something you normally do. A simple conversation at dinner or the car ride home even, of where you both want to go. And, it might spark some, I didn't realize you wanted that. Or, I didn't see us going that direction. So, or just letting each other know what, you're interested in too. It's just, it's so good just to do. And the last part of it all is, yes, you should be journal writing. You should be writing this down. Taking that 5-10 minutes in the morning to log it in, having a nice journal to write it into is really important because it helps to see the goal on the paper every morning. It helps to remember what you're striving to do because honestly, our goals change. And often I'm guilty of is my goals were never too big enough. I had a goal of making $1 million. Okay, that's great and all, but that's too small a goal. The goal is now to make 100 million, to have a net worth. The net worth is more important to me than having $1 million. So having a high net worth is more important. So my goals have changed. I had a goal of being an electrical engineering and be an engineer, but that is changing because I went into real estate. So your goals change throughout life and through your journey of life, of course, and our constant involvement of humans. So, our goals will change, but as long as you stay focused on that specific goal for long enough and to be great at it, you will succeed. Often, in real estate was a great example. Real estate, it wasn't like a deep passion of mine at the beginning. It took a lot of effort, and that effort turned into goodness, and I became great at something. And once you become great and good at something, you start to love it, and you start to have passion about it, and you start to want to achieve more, and you start to want to set these big goals moving forward. When you are great at something, you want to become the best, or you want to, achieve financial freedom, whatever it may be. If you want to become financial free, that's a great goal. How are you going to do that? How much money do you need to make a month to offset your bills? So you're going to first write down here's all my expenses. You're working backwards. I have to pay this and this, my mortgage, interest, insurance, my gas, my food. This is about how much I need to spend a month. And then how much money do I need to make to first cover that cost? And then, of course, you want to have money on top of that. You wouldn't want to just get by. So how much would I have to make? And then how am I going to do that? Is it getting enough rentals to do that, to offset that cost? We can talk about that later, but don't depend on your rentals to offset that, because if you have some big costs come up in that rental, you're screwed. So taking the time, not just to goal set, but to figure out what is the next steps to achieving those goals, and write it down and backtrack it. So yes, you can write down a ton of goals and it's great, but take your time, circle 3 strong goals, circle some goals that really excite you, that really that really stand out in your head, that you popped real quickly, and then go backwards and write down what is the next step to achieving that goal. What is it going to take? What is this weekly step to do it? What is this daily step to achieving it? And then working backwards from there. And even if it's a monetary goal, money-wise, you want to make so much, figure out how much sales you need to be, how much money you need to make to do that, and how much hours you need to work, to do that. If you're working hourly, if that's how you're working. If you are working hourly, it's going to be hard to trade your time for money, of course. So how could I, maybe put in some bonus hours, extra hours, or could I offset some time and do some other type of way to make money, wholesaling and real estate and all these great avenues to make money at these goals I want to achieve. So, my goals are all based in real estate, of course, and making money. So I don't want to oppose all of you that, but we can all have our goals. So I do kind of 3 big groups. Of course, money, we'll look at money and business as a goal. I'll look at the company and we'll have set company goals, and then family. Of course, we'll have family goals as well. So, you break down your drive into, or your thought process into those big factors in life. And if you don't have, family, it could be love or finding a significant other, and what that's going to take. But let's all get out there and get our goals and write them down, put them on paper, put them in front of you. Use a vision board if you haven't used a vision board. Great thing. I had a vision board for years with the big house and the Ferrari, and I put $1 million on a dollar bill, and I stared at it forever since a kid. It was always in my room by my bed, and I think I still have it today. I got to find that thing. But having a vision board is a great way to see your goals and to visualize it. Go watch The Secret, great movie to the law of attraction. Kind of one last thing I want to leave you with is, when you're working towards your goals and you have something you do, one thing I just learned myself, and it's been really helping me, is to not focus on the achieving the goal. It's to focus on the enjoying the process of the goal. For example, I started taking cold showers in the morning, and I enjoyed the outcome of the cold shower. After the cold shower, I'm very awake and energetic and ready to go. But the process of the shower, I dreaded. I didn't like going in a process and being very freezing and cold. I dreaded that as you first wake up. So now I embrace this suck. That's my new saying in my head. I embrace the suck. I embrace the process of into going to take the shower. I look forward to taking the cold shower. I am excited about the cold shower because that's what I'm looking forward to. That's what I'm embracing. I know I'll have a great outcome from it, but embrace the suck of the journey. I'm super stressed about something. Maybe, I'm stressed today about something. I'm going to embrace the suck. I'm going to embrace that moment and say, it's all right if I am, having a bad day. I'm going to embrace it. I'm going to head that thing on, take that thing full forward on. And if you guys know me, I do a lot of business. I do a lot today, with our business and so forth. People often think I have a very stressful, I have a lot going on, but I'm very calm and collected because I embrace it. I don't I don't fear it. I take it head on. This is what I have to do, and I get it done. And that's probably a huge factor I think a lot of people overlook, especially with their stressful lives that may be. Believe me, guys, I have a super stressful day. You guys want to know all the things I'm dealing with right now. Just keep throwing at me. But I just embrace it, get it done, and move on. So embrace the suck, and then the outcome will be great. Because I embrace the suck of this day, and I know all these things are hard and horrible, but the outcome of 5 to 10 years will be amazing. So embrace the suck, whatever it takes to get to your goals will really change your mindset of how you look at tackling some of these big things. So embrace the suck is kind of how I want to leave it. And now for the investor highlight of the week. We have a segment where we talk about the investor highlight of the week. The question is, what's your thoughts on investing in large crowd-funded real estate platforms? I think they're great. So he's talking about what is your thoughts on investing in the crowdfunding? And that's where you can put $1, even $10 into these huge platforms for investing, and they buy real estate and so forth. I think it's great if you don't have that much money to invest, but don't think you're going to get, you're going to, become a millionaire overnight with that. It's a great place to put money. Of course, I think you should have money moving and working for you. Anything you can, you should have it working for you. Definitely try it out. If you're worried about getting your money back sooner, so look at some shorter funds. If you have more money, you can invest with us. Of course, we have our own fund. You can invest with us. We do have a little bit of minimum. Normally it used to be 50,000. Now we go down to 25 to 45,000, depending on the deal. So if you have a little bit, like hundreds of dollars, yeah, you can try it out. Just get your feet wet, try it out. I try out everything, guys. So try it out if you're interested in. I think you should try it out. Try out any kind of fund you would be interested in, and do it. Last segment is a deal of our week. Janesville is closing, and so Janesville is about to close. So super excited about that. I do have a lot of investors involved, and they're getting a bunch of them. We're going to do some great tax returns for them for 2022. They'll get some good tax returns, and then 2023 we'll get some good returns on the property, and we'll be able to turn the property around in August to all our investors and get their money back out, including my money too. So the goal is for me always to get money back out as soon as you can. Quicker I can move money back to investors, my money, investors' money back into our hands, the quicker we can do more together. So the velocity of money, the more we can move money, the more we can make. So always trying to move money and turn it so we can do more. That's the name of the game, is to do as much as you can with money to keep it moving. So super excited about this new year, and you guys get ready to have a great new year. 2023 is going to be amazing. We look forward to it all. Embrace the suck, because you're going to have a great year. You're always going to be learning in life. So ask questions. There's always questions to be asked. Write comments, and let people know what you're thinking about. Let me know. I'll help you. I love helping people. So have a great New Year's, guys, and have a great day. Aloha.